What's up guys, Alex here, and in today's video I want to talk to you guys about the brand new Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks that everybody should know when it comes to using your watch. And the first one that we're starting off with is a setting that you're probably going to use more than anything else, and that is the ability to use your watch to locate where your phone might be. So if you lost your phone in the couch cushions or you left it somewhere and you don't know where it is, there's a really easy way that you can find it using your watch. And to do that, just swipe into your quick access panels right here, and where you see this little magnifying glass, if you tap on that, you're going to see that your phone is going to start making this sound, and you're going to be able to go ahead and find it wherever it is in your house. I cannot tell you how often I use this. This is probably one of the most used features, and one of my favorite features of having a smartwatch is just the ability to find your phone, because I misplace it all the time. I leave it in the car or just on a different floor, and being able to use your watch to find it nice and quick is definitely a nice feature. All right guys, the next thing that you need to know is how to find your Galaxy Watch if it ever goes missing, or any of your Galaxy devices for that matter. Now you might not know this, but on your Galaxy phone there is actually a Find app, and if you don't have this, you can always install it from the Galaxy store. But essentially what this app will do is any of your Galaxy devices that are signed into your Samsung account will show up here. Now I'm gonna have the screen blurred a lot because my address is all over this, but you can see I have all of my Galaxy devices here, and there's actually a hidden feature in here that everyone should enable. So under my Galaxy Watch, I'm gonna hit these three dots that say more, and I'm going to enable this option that says notify when left behind. And now if you ever take your phone and get up and walk away and your phone senses that your watch is not with you, it will give you a notification that the watch was left behind, so you can quickly run back and get it before you lose it. Now you can also do the exact same thing with your phone, because more often than not your watch will actually be on your wrist, but it's your phone that you sometimes forget because you might just leave it laying around somewhere and you walk away without it. Well, you can get an alert on your watch if you ever leave your phone behind, just like you did for your watch. So what we're going to do is go into the wearable app right here, tap on these three lines over here, go to advanced features, and up here where you see disconnected alerts, tap into here and select sound and vibration or full screen alert with sound and vibration. I probably suggest you turn this one on just so you get the most obvious alert when you leave your phone behind, so that your watch grabs your attention and lets you know, and you can go back as soon as possible to pick it up. And what's really cool is with this enabled, when you get that alert that your phone has been left behind, kind of like with smart tags, your watch will be able to guide you to where your phone is located. So it will give you the approximate location. You can kind of just follow your watch until you find your phone. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to the Galaxy Watch Ultra, you cannot reverse wirelessly charge your watch by putting it on the back of your phone. But you might not know that if you ever need a quick charge and you're not near an outlet, you can actually still charge your watch using your phone as long as you have the watch charging cable. All you need to do is just plug the cable into your phone like this, and then you can go ahead and place your watch on that charger, and you can see that it will actually use your phone's battery to charge up your watch. So if you're ever in a pinch, you have a lot of battery on your phone and you need to give your watch a quick charge, as long as you have the cable, you can use your phone kind of like a power bank and just charge your watch on the go. All right guys, the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to speed up the animations on your watch. So anytime you're interacting with the system UI or just scrolling through your watch, or opening and closing applications, all of this is going to happen faster, and that's going to make your watch feel faster. Now to do this, what we're going to do is go into our watch settings, swipe all the way down to the bottom to About Watch, and then go to software information right over here. And we're going to tap on the software version a couple of times until you see it says developer mode is turned on. And now if we go back to the main settings page, you'll see there's a new option under About Watch called developer options. We're going to tap into here. And if you swipe down a little bit, you should see something called animation speeds. Right here, we have window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. And by default, they're all set to 1x, but we can tap into here and set this to 0.5x. So do this for all three of these. I even do this on my Galaxy phones as well. You can do this on your phone. And now you are all set. So now when you are scrolling through your watch and interacting with it, all of the animations on your watch are going to be twice as fast. So again, just using your system UI and opening and closing apps, all of this is going to happen twice as fast, and that is going to make your watch feel faster. All right, now one thing that you're going to be doing a lot with your watch is interacting with Gemini, because if you ever have any questions or you want to do some quick math or just ask anything, you can long press on this top button right here and you can see it will invoke Gemini. But there's actually an even better way to invoke Gemini, and all you need to do is go into your wearables app, swipe down to buttons and gestures, And right here, you'll see an option that says raise to talk. And if you tap into here, you can see all you need to do is just raise your watch and start talking to it, and it will invoke Gemini without you actually having to press any buttons or saying, hey. And to show you what this looks like, you can see when you raise your hand, you'll have this little blue indicator light down here, and that means that Gemini is listening, and you can just start talking to it. All right, the next thing that we're going to change on our Galaxy Watch is the behavior of the double tap of this top button right here, because by default, when you double tap on it, you can see that it's just going to take you back to the most recent used app. But I almost never actually need to use it for this, so mapping this to something else can be quite useful. And to do that, we're going to go back to our wearables app, and we're going to go back to the buttons and gestures section. And right here under home button, we're going to tap double press, and you can see you can change it from going to the recent apps to your exercises, maybe enabling the water lock if you're going to be swimming with this watch, or you can even map it to any application that you have installed on your watch. So you can go through here and set this to something that's a little bit more useful for you. You can open up Spotify, but something that I like is actually setting this to the voice recorder, because if I ever have an idea in my head for a YouTube video, or maybe I want to make a shopping list, or I just want to note something down, instead of having to pull my phone out or, look for a paper and pen, I can just double tap this home button, and you can see it brings up my recorder, and I can just start recording and note down whatever it is that I'm thinking, and then save it for later. All right, now if you live somewhere where it gets cold or it snows like I do here in Canada, there's a really good setting on your Galaxy Watch that you should know that will increase the touch sensitivity of the watch so that it will be able to register your taps and swipes even if you're wearing gloves. And to enable it, let's say it gets cold and you're wearing gloves, all you need to do is just long press the top and bottom buttons like this, and then swipe down, and you'll see touch sensitivity right here, and go ahead and enable it, and that's it. You're all set. Now when you're wearing gloves and you're using your watch, it should be able to register your taps a little bit easier. And then when winter ends and summer comes back around, if you don't need that again, you can just go ahead and disable it and go back to using your watch like normal. All right, guys, the next thing that you need to enable on your Galaxy Watch is going to make it a much better user experience is to enable gestures. And to do that, in the wearables app, go to buttons and gestures. And if you swipe down, you can see at the bottom, we have double pinch and shake and knock knock. So let's start with the first one. We're going to go to double pinch. And essentially what this is going to do is allow you to double pinch your fingers to take a certain action depending on which application is open on your watch. So let's start with the first one. We're going to go to watch face. So when you are just on the watch face of your watch, you're just on the home screen, you can double pinch to go to the next notification or the next tile. So let's say I want to go to the next tile. I'm going to go to my watch, and now when I double pinch, you can see it's going to cycle through the tiles on my phone. So I can go and just select whatever tiles I want. I can check the weather, maybe start a workout, or see my reminders, and just access whatever tiles that I have. And if we go back, you can see we also have an option for our media controller, so we can double pinch to play or pause music or go to the next track. And then if our alarm is going off, we can double pinch to dismiss or snooze the alarm. And of course, we have our calendar alerts, and of course our reminders as well, so we can mark it as complete or dismiss it. But once you've set this up to your liking, let's go back to those settings, and this time go to knock knock. And you can see by making a knocking gesture, you can take another action. So you can start an exercise. Maybe you like going running or hiking often. You can set that up from here. You can also turn on your flashlight, or if you want, you can open up a specific app that you have running on your phone. Now, personally, I use the flashlight quite often. So setting this up to flashlight is pretty useful for me, because now anytime I make a knocking gesture like that, you can see that it's going to turn on my flashlight, and I can just shine it so I can see where I'm going, and I'm not crashing into anything or stumbling over any furniture. Now, this next setting that we're going to change is going to make it easier to write on the keyboard on our watch. If we're ever sending somebody a text message or writing an email, this is going to make it so much easier. So what we're going to do is, in the settings app, look for general, and then go to Samsung keyboard, and down at the bottom you'll see an option here where it says use home button for voice input when keyboard is open. And now anytime you need to write somebody a message or send an email, instead of writing it manually, which is going to take forever, you can just long press the home button, and now you can start speaking, and it's going to write out the whole entire message for you. And this is a much faster way to type anything out instead of having to do it manually. All right, guys, now this next setting is a very important one that I suggest everybody enable on their Galaxy Watch, because this is disabled by default, but it can definitely save your life. So we're going to go to safety and emergency, and we're going to enable hard fall detection. And of course, as you can imagine, what will happen now is anytime that your watch detects that you have taken a hard fall, it will call an emergency number to get you help. Now, there are of course some changes in here that you can make. So there will be a countdown that will start as soon as it detects a hard fall so that you can cancel it in case you're okay. So you can set that to maybe 10 seconds or whatever you want. And then you can go to emergency number to call, and you can set this to 911 or even set a custom number. And of course, you can also have it send an SOS to your emergency contacts. So it can send an SOS message to your wife, your significant other, your parents, whoever you want, so that they are also aware that you took a hard fall. And then over here, when to detect falls, you can set it to only during workouts, but I suggest you leave this to always because you never know. Maybe, you get hit by a car or you fall down a cliff. Anything can happen, so you definitely want your watch to always be on the lookout. And then if we go back one more in the settings, you can actually change your emergency contacts or set them up in here. So you can see I have my wife set up, but you can tap add an emergency contact and then go through your entire list of contacts and add anybody else that you want in here so that when you do take a fall, your watch will also send an SOS to these contacts. But there you go, guys. That is going to do it for this video of some of the tips and tricks everyone should know about their Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.